Let's slap a grade on this Vikings free agency so far. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and free agency is not over yet, but she's in full swing. She's swinging low.
Yeah, we are in the afterglow now. Sure, there could be still some good signings, but all the excitement, all the heavy thrusting, and ejaculation has already happened. Now we're just sitting there cuddling.
You say afterglow? You had the perfect chance to say afterbirth. You said afterglow?
Afterglow. In the afterglow of the love.
Not great. Not great. You can do better, Lupagus.
Perfect analogy.
We are going to grade this thing so far. Let us know for sure your grades in the comments. We want to hear. I'm sure people tell us we're drinking a lot of Kool-Aid, but I don't know what Lupagus is going to grade.
I could drop an F-bomb.
You could hit that sub button. Let's get 10,000 subs. Here's a reminder. So we're taking everything into equation. Players we re-signed, what we re-signed them at, new players we brought in, players that left, all sorts of stuff. But let's just go over the guys that are coming back and are here.
Yep.
Here they are. Look at that.
Handsome son of a bitch right there.
I mean, we're not going to go through each one by one, but I think it's fair to say that as far as players we've lost, I don't think there was any surprises.
No, there really wasn't. Obviously, Eric Hendricks was a given. Adam Thielen was a given. Patrick Peterson, we're hoping to have back. That didn't pan out. We were hoping to have Delvin Tomlinson back until he got that massive contract. He's so set right now.
Yeah, he is set. And also, you got to take into consideration our cap issues. I mean, sometimes it seems like everyone thinks we had like $300 million to spend. Like, oh, I can't believe we signed him, or I can't believe we signed them. Like, our cap was shit, and they still turned mud into cold beer.
Yeah, and I think I just saw. I mean, we're right at the end of it. I know some numbers haven't quite gone through yet, but we're right at the end of the budget there. So, Kwesi and Rob Brzezinski making this thing work. That's why people say the cap is a myth. Well, it's not a myth, but it can definitely be massaged and worked.
Massaged and worked, just like lower tricep of Lupagus. But what I mean, here, I'll let you go first. I want to know what your grade is so far.
Lower tri. I think you meant forearm.
No, I meant exactly what I said.
Well, there's such a thing as a lower tri. All right. Here's you look at who we brought in. I love the guys they brought in. Really, I mean, again, the blocking tight end was a big head scratcher at first, but the more you learn about it, the more it makes sense. Davenport was a great addition, and obviously Murphy and Lowry I like as well. My only question is this. And my only one complaint would be the quality of some of the players they brought back. The Greg Joseph, who kicked 77% last year, Garrett Bradbury, who's like career blocking's probably in the 50s. So that can be something that could come back mid-season and be like, God damn, what did we go back? Why did we do this? Why did we bring these guys back? So that's the only thing that has me keeping this from an A grade, but I'm going to get a solid B. Another thing, too, I just would have liked to seen, the Delvin Cook situation, you could still unfold and play out. The Zadarius Smith situation still has to unfold. So depending where those go, if the Vikings do end up getting some draft capital from them, this grade will definitely go up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going into this with the fact that they're still on the team. Once they're gone or whatever, I'm sure we'll be doing a full-fledged grade on the whole free agency. But for now, that's kind of my mindset is they're still here. But, I kind of feel the same as far as what you said about players coming back. But when you look at them, I mean, again, I take in the salary cap that they were dealing with. And the fact that they brought Bradbury back for 3 years, 15. I mean, what else were they going to do? They weren't going to go trade for a top center. So, I mean, I just look at it as they didn't really have a ton of options. So bringing Bradbury back at a very good price, I'm actually fine with that. And everybody else, aside from Madison, are just backups. And I don't give a shit. So that's all fine. And they're going to bring somebody in to compete for Joseph. So that one will play itself out. So the re-signing ones don't bother me one bit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I think we said it in the live last week. It's hard to get too upset when you look at these contracts that these players are getting. Even the bigger names. Byron Murphy's was a nice deal. Davenport's is going to be a good deal. Oliver's the same thing. So these contracts are very team-friendly. So that's why if you don't like the moves, it's hard to get too upset because it's like, well, You're not giving him a shit ton of money here.
All right, so you gave him a solid B? Is that what it was?
It's like I had a couple times today.
All right, so Byron Murphy contract was ridiculous. So damn cheap. You look at Cam Sutton was a guy that we absolutely loved, but he's getting like 11 plus a year on top of a ton of guaranteed. So that kind of worked itself out. Just like Tomlinson just wasn't possible. But Byron Murphy at that contract was crazy. Marcus Davenport's contract is actually better than it seemed right off the bat when you're looking at his incentives. So they're taking a big swing there. And then Josh Oliver, like you said, it's growing on me. Dean Lowry's just kind of a whatever. He's a starter now. We'll see if we draft somebody. But I like it. If the only thing I don't like is the fact that Jordan Hicks is coming back. I was hoping they were going to do something a little more fancy at inside linebacker, whether it was a draft or just getting a free agent, but can't have it all. We got a damn good cornerback, and we're not done yet. But as of now, I'm going to give her a solid C+. C+.
And I think, with Hicks' case, the hope is that, maybe Brian Flores uses him different than what we saw last year. You hope to God that's the case, because we can't have that guy in coverage again.
And my C+, the reasoning is, while I like Josh Oliver, I'm sure he's going to be a fantastic blocker and get about 7 receptions, which is fine because he's going to be blocking his dick off.
Oh.
I would have liked to put that money maybe somewhere else and then just look in the draft for one of those wonderful blocking tight ends, or even try Ben Ellison again. But is what it is. I love the fact that they're signing guys that are 25, 26. I mean, I love that they have a theme there and they're sticking to it.
If the signing of Josh Oliver and the re-signing of Ben Ellison means the end of Johnny Munt, and this grade drops a full letter.
You know what? It might. Johnny might be gonzo. We'll be first to wish him goodbye. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Let us know your grades. Comment so far. Free agency grade. What is it?
Yeah. Subscribe. Don't forget. Drop hashtag 9,000. We got to figure out what we're going to do for that giveaway, but it is coming. It is around the bend, as they say. Man. And remember this. The Canary Islands are not named after birds. They're named after dogs.